What's up, guys? It's your boy Eric. Para los cheros, buenos días, buenas tardes, donde sea que los estén viendo. Well, it's another Sunday, another podcast in the making. And today I have two special guests. My boy Marcote here.
What's up? What's up?
And then I got my boy Oscar, aka my barber.
Woo!
uh, so just a quick rundown, guys. Marcote and Oscar known them for a while now, and we go way back because apparently these guys knew me before I knew them. Um, without saying any bombs or names or whatever, we used to work for a certain company, and I used to be a boss there, I guess you can say, uh, of management, and these guys work there as normal uh, regular workers, and I guess they remembered me from I don't know where, but we jumped from that company to another company a few years later, and they're like, "Hey, we used to work with you. You used to be the boss, and blah 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 and blah blah." And then we can just go back and forth on it, but long story short, we kind of just became friends after that. And then Oscar is my barber now, uh, which you guys need a cut. Hit the man up. Um, so it's just been a good friendship after that. So I mean, we've all kind of separated in our own ways. He works in another company, which we won't name drop. And then Oscaron, he does barbering. So we all kind of went our own ways, but at the end of the day, we've kind of kept in contact, which is the most important thing for everybody, right? So, you guys want to give them a little bit of info about you guys?
Well, about that story, I guess from the initial time, because I know in that company we kind of worked there, and we worked there for roughly
30
one
minutes.
1 month.
These guys
So
didn't make it. You got to be tough to
it
work
was,
with me.
yeah, it was a little too much, and we're like, this isn't it. We just came out of college, and the whole COVID and stuff. So, uh, we worked there. We said, what the hell is this? We don't want to be working this kind of job. So opportunity came up. We went. We interviewed. We got there. We were there for a couple months. It was a startup, and then later on, they said they were bringing someone from this other company, and we're like, wait, I don't know how this is gonna be because we just came from there, and it was kind of not the best. So
I'm
we're
the
like, okay, let's
best.
see. But then this guy came. My boy Eric came, and then we're like, hey, this guy's pretty cool, and he
I'm the
ended up being
best.
really cool.
I'm a
So,
cool
so
boss, guys. If you ever
I
get
gotta
the
say,
chance to work with me,
yeah,
I'm a cool boss.
it,
Just don't,
the
just don't
prior
get on my bad
people,
side.
they're a little weird, but once he came in, things actually did get a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, it did.
Y'all hear that? Don't get on my bad side though.
Oh
Then
yeah, don't get on the bad side.
then I start screaming. I don't like doing that.
Yeah, we saw that a couple times.
Oscaron, Oscaron.
Yo, yo.
So, Oscaron, cuéntalos un poco. Dilos algo. No te quedes callado.
um, yeah, so Eric actually had the opportunity to work with us. So don't get it twisted.
This guy. Um, yeah. Like I said, we go way back. We have fond memories of a lot of other things that we did, but I mean, majority of it went through work. It was fun times. Like I said, we're not gonna name drop the company we work for together, but man, some of the times that we had to hustle to get things done and get these aircrafts. We're just gonna say aircrafts out on time, man. Uh,
So Marcote and I, just for backstory, we were the load planners, and Eric was the lead.
yeah,
He was the shift lead.
yeah. So and some of those times, man. I mean, if you've ever worked in the industry of the airport, I'm just gonna say that times of the essence is your number one enemy, because everything can be running smoothly, but one small delay just destroys everything. Um, and then depending on which company you work for, uh, every minute you're delayed. For those that don't know, I think it's like 5 grand. Is it?
Crazy fine.
It's a crazy fine for every minute that flight is delayed. I'm not sure. I'm just speaking for the cargo area. I'm not sure how it is for the passenger flights. Um, Hopefully, I can get some people in here that work on passenger flights, and I can give you a little more feedback on that one. But from what I know on cargo side, depending on the airline you work for or the company you work for, man, it is
Crazy delay.
rough. It is not. It's not cheap.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I mean, for a passenger, because I have a little bit of experience in there too, so it is a big deal for sure. And they want the root cause of
yeah,
why that was delayed.
I forgot. I can't name drop, but he does work for a passenger airline. I
Wait,
forgot.
so Marcote got the flight hookups or what?
Yeah, hook us up.
No, I do not. I do not have flight
He
hookups.
does. He's
I
always
know. I
flying,
know.
guys.
I know.
You see his Instagram stories. He's always flying. He's lying to you guys.
That is a negative, but it is a big deal, and everything comes down. Even if it's like one less than a minute late, they want who's responsible and that specific reason, and they have to go back and look back straight into what was the root cause of that whole delay. And it's like different departments always trying to fight each other. Like, oh, why are you placing the blame on us? And then they're like, no, it was this. Like, this is the reasoning and all that. And then they have to make a decision of what exactly was the delay because they want to know. I don't know if it's the statistics, about it, but they really want someone responsible for the delays.
All right. So let's get into what one of the craziest stories here. And if you guys want a part two where I dive deeper into this story with this guy, oh, sorry guys, malfunction here. Um, we can do it. But just to guys give you a quick rundown on Oscaron because he's a quiet guy. Thought he was supposed to be talking more than I was.
No, no, I'm not quiet.
Other
uh,
than me, because I
I'm just
really don't
I'm
talk.
just letting Marcote get the spotlight.
so for everybody that doesn't know what nobody knows, right? But for everybody to kind of get an understanding, I remember Oscaron came one up to me one day. He's like, "Hey, I'm quitting." I'm like, "Why are you quitting, brother?" He's like, "Oh, this ain't it for me, man. I'm gonna go to barber school." And when I looked, I tell you, I looked down like, what the is this guy talking about? He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to barber school." I'm like, "What are you gonna do with that?" He's like, "No, no, it's gonna pay off." I'm just like, I don't know about that. I was very skeptical about it, you know. Uh, no hombre, como dice, como dice
No,
Oscar,
hombre.
no hombre. I was very skeptical about it. I was just like, "Ugh, lo que tú quieras, papá. Usted quiere eso, dele." Um, and he worked professionally up to his last day. I give him that. Most people when they put in their 2 weeks, I don't care. Probably don't even show up. To be honest, they don't even show up. They just. But he worked. He worked his last day. Said goodbye to everybody, and he kind of disappeared. But you would see him post things here and there, but disappeared and locked in. And then a few years later, he popped back out, and man, it. I can honestly say it paid off for him because I mean, he has a good job now, from what I see, and what I hear. He makes good money,
Oh yeah.
so and he gets to travel. I mean, like I say, he gets to cut people's hair. Um, I know he's cut some famous people's hairs too. So it's a crazy thing that, uh, like I tell everybody, and I post this all the time when I'm talking about creating this channel I have created. Um, if you want something, I guess just go for it. Don't don't hesitate. I mean, this guy had a good paying job at the airport. I mean, he was making good money, and it was like easy money. I'm talking about.
Just show up and get paid.
I mean, the job was so easy, and they had it. Both of them as low planners, they both had it knocked. Like they had it on lock, so they already had it. Down to the last thing they had it written down, right? So for them, it was very easy to do their job. It was kind of more on me to get everything loaded and whatnot, right? But even with that, he wasn't where he wanted to be. I'm not sure if it was financially or just career wise, he wasn't where he wanted to be. But you know, he risked it and paid off, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like you know what they say. when you don't have something that you want, you just got to go out and get it. And I think it all started with COVID. I had a career plan to be something completely different. I had in my mind to be a an air traffic controller, but with COVID, it kind of just halted the whole application process. It was just a waiting game, and I didn't feel comfortable just waiting for an opportunity. So I decided to make my own opportunity and pursue barbering, which is something that I've always like been fond of, since I was in high school. And I just made my dreams a reality by going and pursuing what I was really passionate about.
Damn, look at this, man. See,
Oh yeah.
y'all want a part two? Let me know, man. I'm telling you, this
Yeah,
guy.
so the story gets a lot deeper, because obviously you get all the family stuff involved, your parents telling you, nah, you're making good money over here doing this, don't do that. But, at the end of the day, it's me writing my own story, not my parents. So I think it's just, a valuable lesson to keep in mind that if you want something, you just gotta go out and make it happen.
Yes, sir. I can attest to that because my dad, my dad is very OG. Um, and when I told him about this, he was just like, he looked at me like,
¿Qué?
he's like, deja esas chingaderas, ponte a trabajar. I was just like, oh, but this is what I want to do. He was very skeptical about it. My mom at the time um, was the always my mom has always been my supporter. Um, so she was just like, just make sure your affairs are in order. Your finances are in order. Um, my brother and my sister. My sister's like, "Estás pendejo." um, but my brother was like, "Hey, my brother's he owns his own business, so he understands what it's like starting from the ground up." So, um, he was just like, "Hey, same thing Mama told you. If your affairs are in order, your finances are right, and you have the opportunity to do it, just go for it. It's a process, but you get through it." And I guess that's kind of my thing when I tell guys. That's why I like bringing guests on that have been through the process, right? Um, like I said, we're all in a different industry now. I'm doing YouTubing and all that good stuff. Uh, Marcotes is in a airline which we can't describe or name bomb, but it's a good airline, and he does what he likes because that's what he wanted to do. And then we have Oscaron chopping hair. So
El barbero de las estrellas.
um, I guess the ultimate goal here is like at the end of the day, like we all say, right? We have to want, and when you want something, just go for it because I mean, if you don't go for it, who's gonna push you to do it, right? I mean, you've heard it from us. Parents are OGs, so they don't believe in what we see, but it's possible if you put your head to it. It's expensive though, but I'm in debt, but here we are, right?
Yeah, it's like a big sacrifice, especially when you're used to making, a certain amount of money every week, every 2 weeks, and then you go from, you know, switching over careers and
Oh
not making
man,
anything. It's you
it's
restart,
bad.
so it's tough. But I always tell people it's like in order to be great, you got to start at the bottom and
Yeah,
you work your way up the journey.
yes, sir. I can attest to that because god damn, man, when I switched over, la tarjeta, pobrecita, diablo, la tarjeta, la tarjeta estaba topada. Hasta Amex me llamó, me dijo, ella, calmate, que estás gastando mucho. um, yeah, it's definitely an investment, and
It pays off.
it pays off, guys. It really does. But you have to be willing to put in the work. Um, you know what? I thought of when I first wanted to start doing this, I was like, man, it's gonna be easy. It's not easy. Um, like literally when I went to do my content in Disneyland, it was nuts. I mean, I literally spent more time in line for food than actually any ride in Disneyland. I was just like, and it was hot, guys. But like I said, it's just the sacrifices you make,
Hmm.
and wanting to grow the channel, right? So don't give up. All right.
Key, don't give up.
So go ahead. Go ahead.
I just gotta say, this is very motivational, and it makes me want to, continue doing what I wanted to do. So, I want to say thanks for your guys' story.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Quiere llorar, quiere
Quiero,
llorar.
quiero llorar, quiero llorar,
I
quiero
don't.
llorar.
I'm just saying that, yeah, 'cause I bought all the stuff, to start the moto vlog. So, I mean, I just haven't put that much effort into it just from everything going on in my life. So, uh, that makes me want to continue that,
Yeah,
work on it.
I remember when I spoke to Marcote and I told him about my idea, right? He's like, yeah, you know what? I've been wanting to do, YouTubing with his motorcycle content and all that good stuff. And he's like, but I haven't been consistent and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, man, we'll get it rolling, man. Like just like me, like I said, it's 8 in the morning here on a Sunday. So we've been up since eight. Like, well, what time did you guys wake up today? I woke up at 8.
Like 7.
Yeah, so
Yeah, like around
these guys don't live close by to me, so they live, a good 30, 40 minutes away from me, and especially in LA, the traffic is horrible. Uh, it's if you want to drive 10 miles, it's
I just gotta say, a good solution would be to get a bike, a motorcycle, because you lane split here in California, so
he's
it's pretty
breaking the
good.
law,
It's
gentlemen.
nice.
He's
It's really
breaking the
nice.
law. He's breaking the law.
Mi mamá no me deja.
I just gotta say, California it's legal, so it's not breaking the law.
Yeah, he's breaking the
But
law. I'm joking, guys. No, but seriously, I lost my train of thought, fellas. Damn
I
it.
gotta say, yeah. I mean, I had 2 videos. I have 2 videos up, but I just, I kind of stopped there, and I do have some coming up that I haven't edited. So that's where I've been. I've been like just stuck on this,
I don't
other
edit.
life stuff. So that's why I'm just like, it is a little hard, and I understand, why it'd be better to just, record, not have to edit it, and just put it out. Because I
That's the
think that
way to
would be a
go.
lot more better easier to be consistent, not having that extra workload that you're adding on top.
And I remember telling Oscaron, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just raw dog it, brother. I'm just gonna go record, no minimal editing. Like I kind of just cut a little bit, like maybe the beginning and the ending, but like reality, I just raw dog my videos. If you go see my YouTube and you see my Instagram and my TikTok, it's just straight
I
raw.
think I think that's the best way to do it, because you get no unfiltered content and people want to see you for the videos. Like they want to see your live reaction. They don't
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
want to see a bunch of, fake or staged videos.
yeah.
So I think that's the best way to do it. Just record it, put it up.
Yeah, you know what? I was very skeptical about it because, like, I see a lot of influencers and people that have a good following and how they edit their videos, and I'm just like, man, that's it's not a lot of work. It's just a lot of editing, and I'm just like, keep in mind, guys, I have zero knowledge of editing. Um, so for me, it's just like I was just like, damn, how am I gonna do it? I was so like afraid. I'm just like, oh my god. But little by little, I've gotten better. But I still want to keep the format I told myself I was gonna do, which was very minimal editing. Just going straight for it and building my channel and my content like that. And hopefully you guys like it. Um, yeah, man, it's a process, but we're working through it, man. So um with Marcotes and Oscar, if you guys want individual, you know, episodes with them, I'm gladly able to do those too. Just drop the comments, let me know.
Drop the comments. Drop the comments.
Yeah. They all have like I said, they have their own backstory, and today we just kind of wanted to do uh just like a doubles just to give it a shot. But like I said, if you guys want deep,
Yeah, if you guys want the real cheese man.
what I'm saying? We can run that as well. But, for now we'll continue to run this till, you know, we get something in the comments. Um yeah.
I would say this is a good platform. I think this is a way to go, something to start. Um, I feel like ever since I started listening to podcasts, there's a lot of good information that you get from them.
Hmm.
A lot of entertainment. So, you know, this is good.
I have a question for you, Eric.
Yes, sir. Go over it.
What's the craziest thing you saw at the airport?
Oh man, good one. Yeah, see now we're getting somewhere. Man, you know what? I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff, man. Like working at the airport, um, you see a lot. You see a lot of things that happens. I mean, if I had to really put a thumbnail on it, I think I have a video on it or a picture on my phone. And I don't want to dig through my phone and look through the pictures, but I know it's there. Um, so there's days that just like in any day in LA, it's windy. Sometimes it's the Santa Ana winds or whatever. You combine that with jet blast. And for those that don't know what jet blast is the air that's coming out of the engines um, as they're thrusting to get onto the tarmac, right? So um, I remember one day, I think you guys were on lunch, but I was just sitting by the aircraft in the van, and
La poderosa
in
van.
the van, um, I see my ex company with oh, you know what? I do have the video. I do have the video because now I remember perfectly. The video that you can see clearly when there was a mixture of jet fuel mixed with winds, and then there's these containers called AKEs or LD3s, um, where they load cargo in them, right? They're maybe like a 4x4 or 5x5 aluminum container. And it was driving by, and man, that thing with the mixture of the jet fuel and the wind, that thing flew maybe 20, 30 feet in the air, and
Rayos!
diablo, um, it flew like 20, 30 feet in the air, man. And let me tell you, you keep in mind that thing is like
10,000 pounds?
no, it's less. It's less. It's
No,
probably like 700, 600 the AKEs.
it had cargo in it.
No, it was empty. It was empty.
No, they're a little more like 200, like less
No,
than
a
300.
PMC LD7 is 200. A
Well,
cookie sheet.
no, no, yeah, because for at least for me, because I work with those
But
numbers, but the
you
tare weight is
I
kind
know,
of
but
roughly around that much.
you hardly have LD3s. You
No,
have LD2s 90% of the time.
we do have LD3s.
I know you do, but you guys work with LD2s 90% of the time because my other ex company, we used to ship to your company.
I mean, we do. I guess we do have more 767s, but we do have the A330s, A390s. So
You see that smart man right there?
only those the Airbuses, the wide bodies, they take LD3s, no
Yeah. I
LD2s.
know. Yeah.
So that's why we do. We do. It's. I feel like we work with both. I don't want to say it's majority. It's probably like a 70-30,
Right.
or
Right.
maybe a 60-40, um, LD2 to LD3. But
Yeah. So, yeah, that thing flew, and when I tell you, it took like 10 people to pick that damn can up, and they were trying to put it back on the cart to lock it in. Uh, yeah, that's probably one of the craziest things. And then I think for me, that was one of the craziest. And then it personally happened to me when I was driving back to the company to the station. Uh, I had an LD7, an empty LD7, and I didn't let the private jet pass. I didn't give him the clearance that he needed, which was a rookie mistake because I had already been on the field for like 3 years already, 4 years. So I already knew that I had to give him his space. But I was just trying to get back to the station. I didn't give him his sufficient space. So when he passed and I was there, and I had an LD7. LD7 is like I'm gonna say 10 by 10 aluminum
Sheet.
like sheet, and it's 200 pounds, roughly, give or take, anywhere from 190 to 210. That's kind of their tear weight. They're kind of based all that on all their cookie sheets. When I tell you the jet blast touched that cookie sheet, I mean, that thing went 50 feet in the air like it was just a piece of paper. Uh, for those that have never worked in that field, never underestimate how strong jet fuel, how jet blast
Yeah,
is.
you know it's funny because me and Oscar were in the other van for that same company, right? And I don't know. I think we might have been taking some pilots, to the station, and one of those big 747 cargo planes, ended up turning on the taxiway, and since they were obviously like they had thrust, they were turning, and we were like on this side, and they're turning left, and we're on the right side, waiting for them to pass. So we're there, and you can just feel like we're like shaking, like I for a minute we thought we were gonna probably flip, like
Yeah.
they weren't even going that hard either,
We almost got flipped with the pilotos in the van.
and
Guys,
and it
it's
was.
serious.
I guess it was like a smaller van, because we had like a bigger van, and then we had like a
Yeah,
slightly smaller one, and that one was the one that
what
was
was that, like an
more in.
Eco Star, a
It
Ford
No,
was a
Eco?
low Ford.
it was a
No,
Yeah,
Ford.
yeah, like a Ford Eco Star, little
It's
little
like
van.
those ones that the who drives those? Like the little locksmith guys.
yeah,
Maybe, but it's like a small minivan.
Super small,
Um, but
old
like
school.
I said, guys, these jet blast is not a joke. It doesn't even matter
Not a
if it's
joke.
even if it's a small jet.
You're getting blasted.
Yeah, it really isn't what you think it is. It's so strong. It's so powerful, and people don't understand it. And those are the type of accidents that happen in the
And
airport a
it's
lot.
loud as hell.
Yeah, it'll blow your
yeah.
ears
The
off.
airport is very dangerous and very scary, but that's why we have to have PPE and make sure that you have standards, um, safety standards, and I mean that's kind of what you have to think about whenever you work at the airport.
Guys, for those again, I keep saying that, but it's truly a city of its own. When people ask me what was it like working at the airport, I just tell them it's a city of its own. They
Mhm.
have their own police. They have their own runways. They have their own like public roads. They have their own laws.
Mhm.
So
You need your own driver's license to drive in the
you have
airport.
to have a legitimate airport license for that particular airport. We're not gonna say the airport that we worked at, but you're in LA, you kind of get the point. um, so when you're working that airport and you're driving inside that airport, you need a legitimate airport license, and it has this little seal, and it's green, and that allows you to drive inside that airport. If you don't if you don't have that seal and you're driving inside that airport and you get caught,
No, hombre.
diablo, vas para la cárcel vas para la cárcel de allá de LAX. But but no, but seriously, it's a city of its own, and a lot of people don't understand it. But trust me, it's a city of its own, with a lot of rules and regulations of their own. And I mean, I think for me, it was a I gave that airport. Damn, I don't even want to say how old I am, but
¿Cuántos años tienes,
nah,
Eric?
we're not gonna say that.
Because Marcote and I are youngins.
They're pollitos, pollitos, pollitos. Yeah, I think I gave that company, and I'm not gonna say that company, but I gave the airport. I say
Unos 10 años?
at least, at least,
Damn. I give the airport, like,
at least, brother.
what? Like 4 years, maybe? Three?
Not even,
Three?
bro. You're short of three, like maybe just two.
Yeah. I would say like three.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
20,
was. I
like 20, late
we
2020.
started late 2020. I remember it was probably
And I
like
went to
October.
2022.
Yeah, so it was like maybe 2 years, and I mean I'm still going. So
yeah. I think I started in like 2012, 2013.
No, hombre. Estás viejito.
um, yeah, I started really young. Um, because just like it's its own city, LAX. I kind of ruined that one, but oh well. Now you guys know. but they have their own pay. You know, most companies outside of the airport pay you
Minimum wage.
minimum wage. Yeah, most places inside the airport are paying you 3, 4, even $5 more than what you would make outside. There are a lot of regulations you got to go through.
Hmm.
Background checks, make sure you're not a criminal, uh, and the whole process to get even like hired and get a badge
It's
from
a whole
LAX.
process.
Yeah, it's
Fingerprints.
yeah, fingerprints, background checks. It's the whole process is what, maybe a month long, give or take.
Yeah,
If
maybe.
you have everything in order, it's like 2 to 3 weeks, but it
It
can take
depends
up
on
to a
the company
month.
too.
Yeah, it depends on the company too. If they're on it and they're pushing to get you pushed through the company, it's fast,
Yeah, it's just a whole
2 to 3 weeks. But if it's like a process where you're missing things or they want more things out of you, it's a month,
And
and
then
that doesn't include like the
going to the badge
yeah,
office.
going to the badge office. You got to go to the badge office twice because you got to go get background check first with fingerprints, and once that clears, then they approve your badge, and then you have to go back. And it's a process, like I said, and sometimes that badge office is
And the
so
trainings after you get the job.
it's a lot, man. Like I tell you, but it does pay off because it does pay better than a normal job.
And the airport raised every year.
Yeah, they don't stop r- paying you guys like, how can I explain it? You get an annual raise no matter what,
From
right?
the company and
I
the
mean,
airport.
Yeah, you get the city of LA
yeah.
raise.
Hey,
It's sometimes just a couple cents.
it's not a couple cents.
For the majority, it's less than a dollar though.
Yeah, but it's
At least the
close to a
last couple of
dollar.
days.
It's
Last couple of years, like the last 2 years, it's been a couple cents. Like at least what I've noticed.
with your company.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, cause
It's because Marcote's company pays him a lot.
they already
That is a
this guy's
negative.
already tapping out, man,
Negative. I'm not even close. I'm barely. Let me see.
in the 20 percentile.
I just barely did 3 years with this company, and to top out, you got to do 10 years. So I'm not even
You're
halfway
like
there yet.
30% done,
I'm not
brother.
even halfway there. So
Um, cause I do check from time to time, and I saw what the minimum is right now for any
He
cargo.
said, "Nombre."
I was like, man, huh?
what is it?
What, like
You
25?
said for cargo?
Yeah, for cargo right now it's
I don't know what that is.
like $26 an hour, like 26.75.
Hey, that's actually really good.
Yeah,
It's all right.
it's all right.
Uh, yeah, chump change to this guy. But
Yeah,
It's all right.
yeah.
I mean, it's all right.
I mean, if you're looking for a job that pays more than the outside,
yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, because I mean, everything's so expensive right now. Getting minimum wage, I don't know
That's
how
not
people do
it.
it, but that does sound a little more, appealing than
I
minimum
think
wage.
to be working there though, you just have to be somebody that's willing to work. You can't be because the hours are usually
oh
terrible.
man, yeah.
You're usually working terrible hours. Like we were working the 11 p.m. to like the 11 a.m. shift.
Oh
Yeah, don't get me
god.
started on the hours. This is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
almost
yeah.
twenty
Let's
four
get
seven
into
type
that.
of
Let's get
fucking.
into that, cause
Bro, I got pulled over going to work like 3 different times just because I was falling asleep behind the wheel.
What the hell?
the
What the hell?
schedule is the schedule is rough. I mean, even um as a boss that I was there, a supervisor, whatever, manager, whatever. The schedule is still rough. I mean, I've worked all shifts. I've worked morning, mid shift, graveyard. Majority of graveyard. I think I've given graveyard about 5 6 years, maybe 8 years.
Graveyard is tough.
Yeah, I usually when I because I would hire people, I would do the interviews. People be like, "What's it like working graveyard?" I'm like, "Man, if you've never worked graveyard, you're gonna get a reality check."
It ages you.
No, I look good. uh, uh,
Huh?
yeah, I know.
What the hell?
Um,
What the heliante?
it's rough, um, because you have to find a balance where you can find sleep during the day and still function at night. Um, there was a point in my life where I was working graveyard from 10 p.m. to 7 in the morning, right? keep in mind, I would go in at 10, but usually because I, wanted to get some food in my system and a coffee before getting into my shift, I will leave home at 8:30. Get my Starbucks and get something to eat. So that means
There's no time to sleep.
yes, no time to sleep because you're leaving at least 2 to 3 hours before your shift starts just to get some coffee in you because you're trying to figure out a rotation in your schedule, right? Um, I have kids, so for those people that don't know, kids plus graveyard, oh boy, it's tough. But there was a point where, like I said, I was sleeping 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yep.
Taking the kids to school.
Yeah, I had some similar. I just got away from a schedule that basically had me sleeping like 3, 4 hours a day, like the whole week until my weekend.
Y'all ever had the shakes because of no sleep?
The
Yeah.
shakes is crazy.
Why?
Got your eyes twitching. You feel it. You
Yeah.
feel your
Bro, you
head twitching
blink and
from
your eyes burn.
It's
falling
just
asleep, standing up. Like it's
it's
crazy.
rough.
Taking a deuce y te duermes.
Diablo.
Se te queda pegado.
Oh man, I ain't deal with that, but it's rough, guys. It really is rough working in the airport because your schedule's all over the place. People are like, yeah, I've been here X amount of years. My schedule's kind of calm. Shut up, you still work graveyard. at,
Nah,
at the end of the day, it is
I
what it
mean,
is.
the worst thing that I dealt with was like, a lot of people want the weekends off, but I had Friday, Saturday off, and it was the worst. Because going into Sunday shift, I couldn't even do anything Saturday night. Let's say there was a function, family function or something.
Nope.
You can't even go to it because you got to work Sunday shift. Terrible.
Guys, like if you look at your days off and your scheduling, basically you just have
It's
a
like
day.
it's like a day.
It's a day.
You get one day off.
Yeah. Cause or like
And then your Friday, it's like, yeah, I get off, but
you're so beat.
it's like I can't even do anything because I need to go home and sleep.
Yeah.
But if you sleep, you ruin your day off.
Yeah. Like the way I did it, when I would get out at 7, I would literally go home on my day off because I had
And stay awake.
a Sunday, Monday. I stayed awake. I would go home, shower, and
I'm gonna
drink a coffee and stay awake. But guess what?
you ruin your
By 9, 10 p.m., I was out. I was so exhausted.
Yeah, honestly, I've had so many days where I was awake over 24 hours, like,
hmm
and you don't want to ruin kind of like the day. I feel like it's a waste of a day since you have to sleep during the day.
Yeah,
I mean, you put your blackout blinds, you put your
yeah, I have
plugs,
those.
put
Those
your
are good.
earplugs, put your AC, and you know make it as comfortable as you can for you to sleep. But I mean, everybody else is doing everything. Your family's doing whatever during the
you can't even
day,
sleep.
and you need to get things done, errands done, and
Yeah, it's
you want
just
to sleep. So it kind of sucks, having
yeah.
that graveyard
It's
shift.
just the reality of LAX. Um, maybe it's not just the reality with LAX, but I think it's the reality with any job, right? You just have to find a balance.
hmm
But I think for some reason, for me personally, working at LAX and then working outside of LAX, it's 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 night and day difference.
I really liked working at the airport just because the way that I always saw it was like, you ever work at a job and you're just confined to one space? Like let's say you work at a fast food restaurant, you're confined to that little space, in the kitchen or whatnot. At LAX, it's like free roam. You can go anywhere you want in the airport.
Yeah,
So like, there's no like boundaries.
especially if there's delays, if the
Yeah,
plane's taking forever to come in,
that's what I really enjoyed.
or
It was like freedom.
you know what? I remember there was a time when the flight was delayed and we ended up going to a certain terminal, got some sandwiches and some burritos. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, it has its perks, and you're getting paid for this because at the end of the day, it's not your fault if the mechanic is not signing off on that aircraft to fly that it's not airworthy because they got to fix whatever they got to fix. You're literally stuck there.
Yeah, honestly, at least for the cargo side, it was pretty cool because I mean there's no gates and stuff, so you're kind of like free roaming, and it kind of depends on what gate the aircraft that you get, um, where it gets assigned to. So it was always like, oh, we're gonna be here today, and we're gonna be here today, and we had to move a whole bunch of equipment to
And
that
sometimes
gate,
it's like across the airport.
and
Yeah,
if we
man,
had to
that's
wait to
rough.
load it because of the, it had some mechanical problems or something, and we have to stay there. And we did have those times, where we ended up getting a delay, and we went to go get sandwiches. Like you said, it was pretty fun at least those days. Although, it sucked being there because I mean, you want to sleep, you want to go home
Yeah,
and sleep,
man.
but at least you're getting paid that overtime, and sometimes it was fun because I mean, at least we're cool with each other. It
We were
made it a
playing
little
Call of Duty
fun.
sometimes, mobile
We're
Call of Duty. Shout out to Call of Duty, man. Kept us alive.
Yeah,
Um,
that was,
I think I want to think of what's the latest I've gotten out of there.
Bro, remember that time, Marcota, when we got a crazy delay and we had to wait for another plane to show up? We didn't leave. We went in at like 11 p.m. and we didn't leave the airport till like 4:30.
oh yeah, it was like around. It was pretty
I
bad. It
think the
was long.
latest I left was going in at 8 and getting out at like 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning the next day.
Yeah, we did like a 16, 17 hour shift.
I
It's
think it
bad.
was like a 16,
Yeah.
but it was a crazy
But who's
time. It's rare.
counting, right? It's just
It was a,
money.
yeah, it was a little rare. It didn't really happen often, but
It was
usually
one.
my experience there with these guys, it was usually always fun because we always try to make it fun. Um, and we're all kind of have that kind of like, I guess like
I'm just getting paid mindset.
yeah,
And it's a
actually,
vibe.
but yeah, it was a
When you
vibe.
have a
We had a
good when you
vibe.
have a good group, it really does help because
Yeah,
the morale's up, right? It's not like I
yeah.
hate
I feel
working with
like
this guy right here.
We had a lot of common interests like cars.
yeah,
Yeah,
that too. When we found out Eric here had a car, he was into the cars and stuff. He had an
still am,
S2K.
guys, still am.
He had an S2K. Now he has my dream car. But anyways, uh, it was cool. We all vibed together. You know, some other people, that they were haters and stuff. But I gotta say,
Hey,
at
shout out
least
to the
our
haters.
shift,
We love
at
them.
least like we had the best time as when I know we didn't have the same days off, but the days that he was
It was
there,
cool because I had the
it
chance
was
to work
always
both
the
of them.
best. It was
So
always the best. Like I usually didn't have a problem going when Eric was there, and I feel like everything changed because before it was like you got to do this you have leads.
dictatorship.
Yeah, you have these people, and we have a story actually, like kind of in the beginning before Eric got in there, and we're trying our best, like we're doing our best. It wasn't even like our fault that something was going out like close to being a
Like,
delay, and they came and scolded us, like they started yelling at us for something that was like for almost getting a delay. Like they were yelling at us, they were stopping us in our tracks while I'm trying to do my job, and he stopped us. He's like, oh, I don't see no what is it?
Sense of
Yeah,
urgency.
sense of urgency, and I'm here. Like I'm trying to be cool and collective. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it swiftly. Like I do it efficiently,
Yeah,
and he doesn't get it. He looks at me and he's like,
yeah, that
"What is that
punk.
guy doing?" Like,
I know
and
who we talking
he
about.
decides to
That punk.
before we even push this plane out, before we get a blockout time, he comes up and he's like, "I don't see no sense of urgency. I don't know what." And I'm like, "Okay, can I do my job first, and then you can come and tell me something." And what happened? I don't even think we even got a delay on
no
that
delay, no
because
delay.
I know what I'm doing. Stick to your thing. I know you don't know what exactly like I'm doing.
Well,
Like
that
I have a
punk.
way of doing things, and I felt like I was efficient,
And then
and we knew what we were doing.
they brought the higher
You
ups
know?
and they pressed them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got pressed, and it was
I, I,
unnecessary.
you know what the crazy thing is? I've been in this management industry for I'm gonna say like 8 years already, right? But I come from the bottom. You ask anybody. I was, you know, when I first started in the industry, guys, I was throwing boxes, I was stacking, I was offloading containers. Like I literally started from the bottom. Um, and I worked my way up to management. And thankfully, once I got up there, I never kind of went down again. Because I stuck to what I believe I can bring to the table, right? But I've been at the bottom, so I know what it's like, right? And I guess that's kind of how I approach things, and that's the reason I've been so successful in management because I know what they go through, right? As a person that's been there, you understand what they go through and what they got to do. So I think that's the most important thing for me that I still carry till this day, and
You know,
zero complaints, guys.
you know, I gotta say that for you to have that, like it really is comes up on top because you, I have experiences, with managers that don't know what you're doing exactly, like your job. They don't have experience doing that job, but they come in trying to manage it, and I feel like you kind of have to know how to do the job to know what's going on and how,
Or you have to have
like,
been in those shoes.
yeah, like I've had
Shout
managers,
out to
try
those
to come
managers
in.
that never been on the field but want to come over here and run their mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
shout out to those
they're making a
managers.
bigger mess. They don't know what they're doing or making changes to things that they don't know about, and it kind of ends up, working against,
Those guys definitely
both.
lied on the
So,
resumes for sure.
so for Eric to have that, that really comes on top here because I do have experience with managers like Eric, like that have done the work and were in my shoes, and other managers that don't have that experience and they try to come in and they mess up everything.
Guys, that is the worst. I mean, like 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 Oscaron was saying, you have to have been in a situation where you know you've been in scenarios, right, as a worker, to be able to be like, okay, as a management person now, you're looking at the scenario and you're like, okay, this is what can be done. But if you have no clue what you're looking at and you're just saying, well, it's gonna leave late, but you don't know what's happening behind the scene with the load planners or the drivers when you're loading the bellies, when you're loading the main deck, um, it's just a lot, right? And a manager can come and be like, oh, it's not gonna make it, it's not gonna make it, but that's an experienced manager or an experienced management, right? But that's one of the things that is very frustrating because most of these guys that are in management, man. Oh, I've been in the industry 20 years. Brother, have you been on the field though? Like realistically,
You've
man.
been in the office, sitting
Man,
your
I will tell you this: management is very good at pointing the finger.
not good at taking the blame.
I'm not good at taking the blame. They always look for somebody to put the finger, but that's just the way it is, right? But man, one thing I try to tell management, and I've always talked to other managers and other supervisors. It's like, man, be on the floor, brother. Get a feel for what it is, right? Like,
Get your hands dirty.
yeah, man. Like, there's times as management, your job is to kind of oversee the operation, yes, but how are you seeing the operation from the office?
And you know what? I feel like uh, the workers, like we all kind of know, and since everyone talks, you know who hadn't had that experience yet, so they don't get the respect, from the people. So
Yeah.
I have managers where obviously they don't know what I'm doing, but they come in, people, everybody kind of talks about them, like, oh, why are they here doing this and that, and then you have other managers where they've been in your shoes and they know, and they come talk to you and tell you, what you need to hear, and you're like, yeah, I respect them. I do whatever they want me to
Shout
do.
out to the real managers, not
So
the
yeah, like it's
not
crazy
the
out here.
the foo-foos.
Not the la foo foo managers.
Man, those la foo-foo managers
Hey,
that
you
lie
you
on their
own one of those?
resume.
You own one of those la boo boos?
Yeah, I do. I got the secret.
No, hombre.
Yeah, I got a secret. I pulled it on my first one actually.
I ain't spending $30 on a la
It's
boo
not
boo.
$30,
It's
like
not.
$60.
Ay, wait. I'm not spending 60 bones on a la
It's
boo boo.
easy work right there.
I'd prefer the SpongeBob buddies for sure.
Yeah. No, it is true because, like I said, man, I've dealt with managers that I'm like, brother, I don't feel your support, man.
Brother, ugh.
Yeah, man. Some of these managers that be lying on, stop lying on y'all damn resumes, man. Eh, if y'all ain't ready for the real deal, stop lying, cause man,
You're going to get exposed.
brother.
Like Lamine Mall on the pitch. He's going to break your ankles.
I'm very good at figuring
Shout
that
out
out.
Lamine Mall.
You know what I'm saying? So, um, don't lie on your resume, especially if you're trying to work on the airport. Don't lie. There's some
People
good.
tend to
There's some
pick up
people
on
there
that,
that know what they're doing. Yeah, don't
and
don't lie.
everybody talks. Everybody's always has something to say.
Hey,
If
you
you
know
don't
what's
do your
crazy?
job right, people are gonna say something, and everybody's gonna know.
What's up?
You know what's crazy? For some reason,
Dímelo.
everyone at the airport knows each other.
Yeah, some way, somehow, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
somehow everybody comes
Unfortunately.
from Menzies too. Somehow everybody's coming from Menzies.
I never worked for that company, so
Me neither.
I
Yeah, we never work for Menzies.
yeah,
I'm
so
just saying that because everyone I know comes from.
Hey,
Not
we were
not
you
these
know
guys
what?
we
though.
we weren't supposed to name drop, but we already name dropped a few things. So oh well, it is what it is.
Everybody knows them though. I mean, we didn't come from there, but I feel like everybody I know
I
something.
actually know some good workers that have come from
We're
that
kind of
company.
we're kind of rare because I feel like
You didn't
obviously we
go
didn't
there.
come from there,
Yeah,
but
that is
everybody
true.
I've had some people and somehow they end up having the problems. But I mean,
Yeah, shout out
it's not
that
my
Hey,
company.
Marcote, what's our background in, bro? What was our background in?
okay. Well, our background. I mean, me and this guy we kind of knew each other for a bit longer. Actually, not from that job.
Se querían en el
So
high school.
yeah, we
No, no, no,
no,
no.
not high school. It was college. We went to college together. Kind of came across in a class, and one of my other buddies, and we ended up taking a lot of classes together after we found out we're in the same major,
Mhm,
which is aviation administration.
mhm.
So
Diablos, querían manejar el avión.
so that's it comes to a surprise that this guy ended up becoming a barber. He just started in the aviation field after college for like 2 years, and straight from there he went to being a barber. And another
Hey,
fact
hey,
about that is that this guy cut my hair before he ended up doing all that. So
hey! But what did I say when we were in college? What did I tell
Hey,
you?
hey, what hair? Oh,
I
Marcote.
I choose to just shave my head. So
Hey,
it's not
but
that I don't have hair. I just choose to not have
hey,
hair because
He
I
likes
feel
the
like
pelona.
I I've I've come to really just
Like
not
the
care.
pelona.
I wear a hat. It I don't have to deal
Yeah,
with
this guy wears
fixing
a
the
hat
hair or nothing.
99%, 99.9% of the time.
And
Jesus
you'll be
Christ.
surprised because at my current job, I'm not able to wear a hat, so
Shout out
I
to
do
the
have a bald head.
airline. Shout out to the airline.
Because I'm right now I'm in an office, so it's not like I'm out and about anymore, and I'm still doing weight and
He's a
distribution. So
chaka.
weight and balance, still doing it. After being with these guys doing load distribution. So still doing it. I love the job, but yeah, I do choose to be bald myself. I'm not
And
fully bald,
he's a
honestly.
bald chaka.
Yeah,
shout out Marcote. He was
Shout
one of my victims.
out.
yeah. Actually, I think it was Oscar's fault,
Did-
but he did cut my hair initially, like back in college, and that was before
he
he ended up
jacked that shit
becoming a
up.
barber. And I s- we s- it did take a while because he was doing the fade. It We didn't have all the equipment. He just started off, so I know he had told me that he just done his family, his brother, his dad. So I was kind of like the first, probably non-family that he
Buzz
cut
cut and
hair.
shit all
So
messed up.
I do have experience from the start of this guy, and he has like gotten up here. Like he's like I feel like
Hey,
everything that he posts is like I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This guy's like up here,
hey,
like,
but what did I
and he
used to
keeps going
say?
up because he keeps going to these conferences
Man,
and events.
if you I'm a once this podcast is done, I'm gonna give you guys these guys Instagrams. But Oscaron is like it's like a secret agent. He's everywhere, man. He
Man, this guy's
travels.
Canada.
Yeah,
This guy's going where's it,
this guy's
Arizona?
everywhere. This
Where?
guy's if you got a haircut event, man, this guy will be there. It doesn't matter where it is. This guy flies across the country to go to a haircut event that's last 12 hours, and then he flies back the next day. I
Yeah,
can't do
tú
that.
sabes.
Nah, I can't do that.
Nah, but for real, it's all about your network, and barbering is something where I can have anybody in my chair. That's what I really appreciate about like the craft. I can have a lawyer in my chair. I can have an artist in my chair. I can have an athlete in my chair. Whoever it is, somebody from my community could be in my chair. Just the connections are crazy, in the
It's
chair.
infinite.
Hmm.
Yep. Even the job that he first was pursuing with me, because we both wanted to be air traffic control, and you know, I didn't end up wanting to do that at the end of it, um, and also him because he became a barber. But I'm just going wherever you know life takes me. Although right now I'm also trying to motovlog. So
Yeah, be on the lookout for those videos. All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Wrapping it up.
Wrapping it up. So, guys, go ahead and shout out your Instagrams.
oh,
So let the people know where they can find y'all.
So you ever want to find me and check out my work? go ahead and follow me on at Oscarino Cuts.
Mine is at 48 period Marcos.
That's TikTok.
No,
That's Instagram? Really? That's what it is? Why does it pop up as Marcotes on mine?
oh yeah. Oh no, it's because I have two. So I
Oh,
have my
oh, okay,
personal and
oh,
I have
okay,
my
okay,
regular.
yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah,
my
yeah. I get it now.
Harley Davidson page, which is my bike and the one where I put content.
Okay, cool, cool. And then Oscarino.
Sígueme.
But I'll say that it also is on TikTok with that. So it is TikTok and Instagram put
Yeah,
together.
so once you get into their page, guys, you'll see their TikToks. Follow the content, man.
Follow the content, follow the journey, and if you want, a one-on-one, either me and Eric or Eric and Marcos,
Or you want a part two of this?
Or two, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want a
'cause
part two of this?
today we kept it chill.
We just kind of winged it on this one,
We
baby.
just talked about our work experience and how it was working at the airport. But if you want to get down to the nitty gritty and really talk about our personal experiences and our backstories, follow for more.
Yeah, we have a lot. We still got a lot more stories we didn't get into.
There's so much
We
more.
didn't even scratch we didn't even talk about any stories.
Yep,
So just wait.
Just wait on it, guys.
This is the practice run.
All right, guys. As always, drop in the comments what you guys want to see, what you guys don't want to see, and if you want a part two of this or you want a one-on-ones, let us know.
Or you want us to react to some food?
Oh yeah, that'll be good too. I'm a foodie at heart, so.
Vámonos.